Hi everybody, welcome to Me Talk Mondays. If you're new here, this is where I come on, talk about my life, talk about a story, talk about anything really that relates to me or like that I can relate and pass on to you or like any advice. This is where I do it here on this YouTube channel, and I do it every Monday unless I'm dealing with something and I can't. Like last Monday, I had a little bit of a mental breakdown. Wasn't good. But yeah, so I wasn't here last Monday, but I'm here now, and that's all that matters. And I'm here to give you the story. I'm here to say the story that you guys voted on. The most votes was how I almost got kidnapped in the woods. Okay? So, starts a long time ago, back in high school. I think it was my sophomore year in high school. I don't know, but that day at school, everybody was like, oh, we're having a get together at the park at midnight at night and and like, yeah, you guys should go. And I wasn't the one to really sneak out often because I was scared. My mom, because she was mean and I didn't want to do that, but I did it this time and I completely regret it. Anyway, I sneak out. It's about 11:30 and the park that I have to get to is about 30-minute walk. And we didn't want to take any car because we didn't want my mom to know if she woke up that, hey, where's the car? Where are these girls at? So we left the car and we walked, and it was a 30-minute walk. And to get there, we had to go through this creepy ass forest. Woods? I wouldn't consider forest because it was just the woods, okay? Fucking trees and sticks and shit. So we had to go through that. But a few weeks previous, my mom was like, you can't walk to school anymore. I have to drive you, or your stepdad has to drive you to school every day now because on the news there was like this guy in like a van and like he was like being creepy and they have multiple calls on him, but they can't locate the guy and where the van is anymore. And it was like the next state, the next city over from where I was living at the time. And I'm not going to disclose where I am because I'm scared to get kidnapped still to this day. So, yeah. But yeah, so my mom was like, yeah, be very careful, no more walking, no more this and that. So I was like, okay, yeah. And me being a teenager, I'm like, that's not gonna happen to me. You know, it's like you always hear these things, but you always think that's not gonna happen to me. Like, really? And I was one of those airheaded dumbasses that thought that. Anyway, so when she was telling about the van guy, the creepy van guy, I guess in the next city over, 2 girls went missing and they think that he had something to do with it. I don't know. It was weird, but I didn't believe it. I was like, whatever, not me, not here, not in this city, next city over, which I'm stupid because the next city over was literally like 20 minutes away. But so we're like, yeah, great idea. Let's go. Midnight, walk across the forest into this creepy fucking park that nobody goes to. There's like fucking spider webs everywhere. But anyway, we're like, yeah, sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. So we get to walk in. The road and everything's fine. You know, we're fine. Nobody bugs us there on the road. Well, we hit the line to get into this forest area. And we're walking. And we see somebody in the distance standing outside of a van. And I'm like, what the hell? But I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, dude, people drive vans. Like, it's just a guy in his van outside, you know, probably pulled over on the side of the road, taking a piss or something. I don't know. Maybe he lives in the van. I'm not thinking anything crazy at this point. I'm just like, whatever. So we're talking, we're minding our own business, and we're walking. And he says something to us once we pass. He says something under his voice, but we didn't hear what exactly he had to say. We just kind of looked at each other and we're like, okay, let's walk a little faster. So we start walking a little faster. And, you know, we've been walking for about a good 2 to 3 minutes since we last seen him standing outside his van. So we're like, he's ways. If he was going to do something, he would have done it then. So we're walking in our own business, talking. And I was like, hold on. And like, we were freaked out at this point, kind of, because, you know, it's kind of creepy, and I don't know. So I was like, maybe I'm, like, hearing things, but I swear to God, I heard something Like, I heard her leave footsteps, and it wasn't from us. And my friend's like, no, you're just trying to scare me. I'm like, no, I'm dead ass. I heard something. So we're standing there, and we're listening, and I don't hear it again, so I'm like, okay, I'm probably just tripping out, or it could be like, you know, a bunny or like a snake slithering or something, I don't know. And we start walking again, and I hear these steps again. So I look at her, and I'm like, I don't want you to freak out, but I think we should run. I just feel like we should run. And she's like, what? You're scaring me. And I'm like, I feel like we should run right now. And I'm like getting teary-eyed because it was so scary. And I'm not crying. I'm just like, ooh, I get that feeling that I got that night. And I don't like it. So I'm like, I feel like we should run. And she didn't take me serious. So I just start booking it. Like, and she just starts following me right after. And I'm running. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know, just run. Just keep going. We need to get the hell out of these woods, I feel. Something ain't right. And she's like, should I call the cops? And I'm like, yeah, call them. We're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get our ass beats. But I'd rather be beaten by my parents than dead. So call them. So we're on the phone with police. And we're like, we're in the woods next to blah, 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 blah. And that wooded area. And they're like, okay, we'll send a police squad out there right now. Do you know exactly where about you are? And this wood's pretty long. We're like, no, but we're about this amount of distance away from the road. Like I said, well, don't wait in the road, because if there is anybody following you, that's a clear path to see somebody waiting in the road, and so just go hide somewhere and be very quiet. We'll send a police squad out there, and when they get to the forest, they'll look for you with their lights and they'll shout out, this is the police, so then you can jump out, and you know. So I'm like, okay. And we're running, and the operator lady was like, we should stay on the phone. And we were on the phone, and we kept running, and we're like looking for somewhere to like hide, and we finally find somewhere to hide. And the call drops because there's no service. The service was shitty. Call drops, so we're like, oh my god. And I'm just like, I keep telling her like, shh, don't cry, don't move, don't nothing. Just sit here silently and wait. So we're sitting there quietly for about, I don't know how long. It seems like forever. And I start hearing footsteps again, and in my head I'm thinking, God, please be the police. Please be the police. Be somebody here to save us. Well, I hear somebody, that same voice I heard when we walked past that man. He said, I know you're here. And I'm like, me and her looked at each other, and I'm like, girl, please don't fucking say a word. Like, you know, like when you're watching a scary movie and the dumbasses are always like, screaming as loud as they can when they get hurt, or like they're scared, and you're like, shut the fuck up, they're gonna see you. That's what I was like going through my head. I'm like, please do not scream, do not cry, do not nothing, because I will punch you and knock you out right now. But he's like, he started talking some more. He's like, I know you're here. I hear him like footsteps walking around. He wasn't too close, but he wasn't too far, and like I could still, you know, hear him. And he kept saying weird stuff like, I'm gonna find you, I know you're out here, I saw you guys walking. Like saying this weird stuff. I don't remember exactly what he was saying, because it was so like weird feeling, and like I think back to it and it's kind of like blurry, but he was just saying some weird stuff like, I know you're here, I saw you guys, and just weird. And I'm like, God, I'm like dead quiet, dead ass quiet, like not moving or anything. Well, my phone starts ringing right then and there. I'm like, really, God, this is seriously what you're gonna do to me right now? What have I done to deserve this? So my phone starts ringing. I look at her, we get up, and we both start fucking running again. And I'm looking down into my mom, I answer the phone, I'm like, Mom. She's like, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm telling her what's going on. I'm running out the woods, and she's like, what? And she's like screaming, and she's, I'm calling the police right now. I'm on my way. And I yell, and my friend's on the phone with the police again. She calls, she's like, hurry, please. Like, we don't have any time. This guy's found us, and we're like trying to run. And they're like, we're on our way. We're the squad car. The lady was like, yes, I'm on the phone with the squad. They're about 5 minutes out. And my mom's like, no, I'm about 3 minutes out. I'm gonna be there right now. Well, we're running. And I'm like, at this point, let's get on the road. So like, my mom's on the way, the squad car's on the way. Somebody's gonna see us in the road, like rather than inside the woods where you can't. I don't know where I was, but anyway, we went to the road and running still. And I want to look back to see if I see anything, but at the same time, I'm like, I ain't looking back because I ain't stopping. Well, I start yelling out, we're on the way with the cops. The cops are 5 minutes away. My mom's 3 minutes away. Like, just yelling out these things, like, to try to scare this, whatever the hell this person was. Yeah. Ugh. So we're on the road running, and I see headlights. And I stop, and I turn around, and it's the police. And they come out, and they're like, we saw the van. We have another squad car up there running the license plates to that van, and yada, yada, yada. And he gave us a whole, why are you out here? What are you doing? You guys are like kids. What are you doing out here? This is dangerous. I hope you learned your lesson, and da-da-da-da. And I'm just crying. I'm like, I just want my fucking mom. I know I'm gonna get beat, but I don't give a damn. And I see another headlights coming up, and it's my mom. And she comes out, and she's screaming. Like, she's screaming. She grabs me by my hair and pulls me into the car, and the police officer's watching the whole thing, and he's like, I'm not saying nothing because you deserve this. And my mom's like whooping my ass, and she's like, how dare you? I fucking told you not to go out here and do this. I told you. This could have went bad. You could have been dead. I never knew where you were, and you could have been missing for the rest of my life, and the whole thing. And yeah, finds out that they were searching in the wood for this guy. They found him, and he was like a 40-year-old something, middle-aged man. Had nothing to do with the other murders, they don't think, because they still didn't figure out who that was. But this guy couldn't get charged with anything because I don't know, but I know that he went to jail for like I don't remember what it was. They never tied him into any of the murders with the other two girls or one girl or whatever it was. And they don't know if he was the guy in the van, basically. But for some reason, I feel like that was. Because why was he following us? Why was he running after us? And why was he in the woods like that anyway? I don't know. But it was not fun. If you are a teenager watching this, I suggest you stay your ass home and don't sneak out. Don't. It's not worth it. It could be very bad. And it almost was really bad for me. I wouldn't be here. I feel like if the cops didn't rescue my ass and my mom. So that is my really creepy, weird story. I hope you enjoyed it. I am now scared to walk outside my house. Every time I talk about this story, I get scared again. And I'm like, I can't do anything. And drop in the comments what you want to hear for next Monday. Do you want a pep talk? Do you want a mom talk? Do you want another story time? My other options of story time, if you guys hadn't choose this one, it was either how one of my best friends stole my shit and I caught her red-handed. That's a good one, but pisses me off every time. And I have the proof, but I can't show that because I think I'll get in trouble for showing her face or whatever. And the other one was how I almost died giving birth. That's a good one too. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next Monday.